Dear Democratic Squadron, Donald Trump handed you the election on a silver platter. If he succeeds in November, which I fear he very well may, he will not be the winner. You, the Democrats, will have lost it. Now, why do I say this? Because I believe you have lost your way and have singularly focused on a fear-mongering platform, defeat Trump at all costs. That premise is rife with a negative connotation, which may appear to be intimidating. Still, it is not a premise that holds promise, hope, or the ability to build the bridge over the vast morass that divides us. To dismiss the thousands of us going, "What the hell happened here?" is your choice. If so, then so be it. We reap what we sow. But do you have any idea as to what they say about your party? You should not dismiss it, because if you do, your loss in November will be inevitable. They say there are 2 Republican parties now. They call you the duopoly. You have helped create a failed state. Yes, a state whose political or economic system has become so weak that the government is no longer in control. You have now become the problem rather than offer a solution. Yes, the word is out that Wall Street controls both the Republicans and now the Democrats. Well, guess what? The reality is that we, the people, want change. And unless you open your hearts to the fact that you have no plan to help build the bridge to that change, you will lose a significant percentage of the vote in November, rather than keep the status quo. I want to cast my vote for you. However, the concept that in this election, our choice to vote for the lesser of 2 evils is not an option, which means we're still choosing evil. I ask, are we better off not voting at all, or voting for some other candidate who stands closer to the core values of a party for the people? To vote for a third party, even though they have no chance of winning and may bring the greater of the 2 evils into power, unfortunately, that greater power is Trump. People are beginning to repeat the mantra, stand up for your values, do not surrender. Yet, Trump is not the problem. The system is the problem. He knows how to manipulate it better than you do. So here's what I do know. That Trump is evil. The Democrats are disappointing, and that I feel you have abandoned democracy. And what is democracy? Is it a compromise? So where is your compromise? Can you find the courage to preserve our democracy? Can you detail at least one issue that serves the people, creates a solution, implement it, and stand by your word? Or will you continue to ignore us and be a part of the problem? You have 30 days to make this so. 30 days to rebrand your message. Can you take that step to begin to build the bridge? Here are mere examples of what you can do. Number 1, healthcare for all. It was abundantly clear during the early days of COVID that our healthcare system would fail us. The need to coordinate between private and public healthcare posed to be a nightmarish managerial task. Yet one man, forged through this crisis, did manage, and after watching every single briefing, I was hopeful that someone would understand the need to restore this system. Now, I know that corporate interests have a stranglehold, big pharma, private hospital institutions. For the sake of healing, why not apply any more stimulus money to this very issue to begin to create a healthcare system for all, a God-given right? We need a healthcare system that is poised and ready to handle any pandemic crisis thrown at us. Unite us through this one issue, Democrats, and you will have begun to sow the seeds of healing for the people and the country. Number 2, protect our environment. I served my community as a planning commissioner. I know the stranglehold regulations have on the system and how they impede progress in providing affordable housing for all. Yet they are vital in protecting our atmospheric and earthly environment. Trump uses this effectively against you. There needs to be a compromise. Door number 3, affordable housing. A few years back, President Clinton, during an interview with Charlie Rose, suggested reading material, and I thought, wow, he's a bright man, so I bought the books. One was Abundance, The Future is Better Than You Think, by Peter Diamandis and Stephen Kotler. We all know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Well, they applied that pyramid structure of how to reach and achieve self-actualization to building abundance in our communities. They took that construct and were clear in stating the Trump Towers, Mercedes-Benz, Gucci were about luxury for a select few, and that abundance is providing everyone on this planet with a life of possibility, a world where everyone's days are spent dreaming and doing, not scrapping and scraping. Presently, with unemployment rising, evictions imminent, food scarce, the pyramid is on shaky ground. The message clearly states that to provide this abundance for all, we must begin by taking significant steps to make sure that we all have food, water, shelter, and other basic survival essentials. My appeal to you, the Democratic Party, is thus: how can you build your party platform on a faulty foundation? I know that if you continue to march in the present direction, it will eventually crumble and fall, as will Trump. Only he will prevail in November. A new saying is that this is a country of corporations, for corporations, by corporations. And many are disappointed in the leadership you provide so far, because it is not leadership. It is nothing but pandering. And although pandering is necessary, a leader sets the direction of this country, creates an inspiring vision of why we should follow, and builds bridges. Leadership is about planning where we need to go to win as a united group of diverse people, and it is dynamic, exciting, and inspiring. Do you in your heart believe your only message, defeat Trump, is demonstrating leadership? You may be the lesser of two evils. Trump is evil, but you are disappointing.